In 2024, K-pop is set to undergo significant changes, shaking up everything. Let's discuss everything that's going to be different in the industry next year and how that will change the way things have worked so far. First of all, let's talk about what has been discussed at length ever since last year: military exemption for idols. Even if you're relatively new to K-pop, you might know that there was a long debate over whether BTS, or any idols for that matter, should be exempted from the military. BTS did end up enlisting after all, but once the government exempted Lee Faker Sang-hyuk and his esports team after he won a medal, the debate started once again. It's known that military exemptions are typically reserved only for top athletes and classical musicians, acknowledging their role in boosting national pride. However, when the national esports team won a gold medal at the Asian Games, they were automatically exempted from the mandatory military service, which has become a topic of disagreement in the government. Actually, both the ruling and opposition parties called on the Military Manpower Administration to reconsider the current system that gives these privileges to elite athletes and classical musicians. Following these debates, MMA vowed to make changes to restore its original purpose, which can include giving no exemptions to people from the entertainment and the sports industries. While these changes haven't been made yet, this means that no matter how much idols or groups promote Korea's national prestige, there will be no chance of exemptions. People had hoped that the system would be changing after BTS weren't offered exemption, but whether this change will be for the better or worse is yet to be seen. Now, let's delve into the concept change that might happen in 2024. These past 2 to 3 years, the Y2K concept dominated the scene entirely. The concept has become widespread in the industry, with groups such as New Jeans, Boy Next Door, Twice, The New Six, P1 Harmony, and idols like Sunmi and Taeyeon embracing it. As the year comes to a close, some predict that the Y2K concept will also fade away. Considering how quick the industry is moving, with every group trying to bring something fresh and completely different to the scene, it's only about time that someone comes up with a concept that will shift the industry into an entirely different direction. Is it going to be a horror concept, fantasy, or teen crush? Or will the second generation weird concept finally make a return, with 4th and 5th generation idols putting on the most randomized outfits and pairing it with spiky hair and an energetic beat? Rise have already given us a taste of this with Toxaxi, and one thing's for sure: we want more. Whatever it is, we're excited to see all the different interpretations that the groups will come up with. We can just hope we don't see the companies trying to recycle trends and actually try something new. Another thing that might change can be the way that girl groups completely commanded the scene in 2023. When it came to this year, it's clear that girl groups took charge with their distinctive concepts, sound, and marketing strategies. While the new generation boy groups did try their best, it's hard to name any of them that had the same amount of impact as their female counterparts of the same generation. However, with the new year approaching, agencies might change their tactics and not only promote these groups better, but also give them unique sounds and concepts, so as to stand out in comparison to their competitors. Pledis Entertainment and Cube are both coming out with new boy groups next year, and we're sure that other companies will follow suit. 2024 overall looks like a positive year for up-and-coming groups, with the debut of groups like Rise and Boy Next Door leaving an everlasting impression on the industry, so boy groups now have the chance to prove themselves. Since we're already talking about groups proving themselves, 2024 is surely the year to do so. Ever since the 3rd generation, newer groups have managed to become successful, but were always held back by the sheer and unreachable popularity of groups like BTS and Blackpink. Well, with BTS members all planning to enlist in the military by the end of the year, and the Blackpink having issues of their own, now groups can really get ahead of the game and take advantage of this time to establish themselves in the industry and beyond. The competition will always be tough, especially since new groups keep debuting almost every day, but at least the top players will be out of the game for a while. It seems like there will be no better time to shine than 2024. One more thing that might change about the industry is the growing number of idols that will start their solo careers. Members of top groups like BTS, Twice, and Blackpink have all had either solo debuts or comebacks in 2023, all of which have been widely successful domestically and internationally. Other companies might follow their example and give solo debuts to their most popular idols in hopes that they'll reach the same success as their seniors. Every group has a member that the public recognize the most, so agencies might give in and see how a solo debut might turn up for them. Given that some idols often tend to outshine their group's overall fame, the solo projects of other idols in 2023 might act as a push, potentially paving the way for some unexpectedly successful solo careers. Members of aespa, IVE, and LE SSERAFIM have a lot of potential for some great solo careers if the companies decide to give them a chance. Now, we need to discuss a quite controversial interview of Bang Si Hyuk, the chairman of HYBE labels. As you might know, HYBE is one of the biggest and most successful labels in the industry, which means that they have the power to cause significant shifts in the way things things work. The chairman has been pretty outspoken about his belief that K-pop as a genre should have a bigger reach, expanding beyond Korea. With the recent massive success of Korean groups in the West, he now thinks that the genre should be more universal and less distinctly Korean to attract a broader audience. In a past interview, he had also mentioned, "If K-pop continues in its current structure, I am certain that there will be limitations to its growth." While K-pop stans haven't particularly agreed with his views, a suggestion he made has really sent them over the edge. Recently, the chairman had an interview with Meal Business News, and he said that the K should be removed from K-pop. That is if people wanted to see the genre to thrive and expand beyond borders. He expressed that this step was necessary, as the K limited the progress to present the genre to a wider market. Stans obviously didn't agree with the statement. Some say he might not realize how hard it is to copy the success of BTS, but he's still determined to try and thinks that appealing to the West by removing the K from K-pop will open the door for more acts to be as successful. What he fails to realize is that people got interested in the genre for its uniqueness and because of how different it was from regular Western pop. Remove that and there's no reason for people to stay interested in the genre, as it would lack anything captivating to hold their attention. A Reddit user said, "Even if it's just branding, I feel like calling K-pop pop would take away a lot of the individualism and cultural distinction that makes K-pop special." In fact, a lot of people argued that the decline of K-pop has already started and would be happening especially because of the company's efforts to appeal to the Western market so much. Even netizens were heavily against the idea, with one of them commenting, "K-pop isn't his, so why is he telling people what to do? Just do what you want with Hybe's music and let K-pop take care of itself." Someone else mentioned how Namjoon, the leader of BTS, emphasized the importance of the K in K-pop in a recent interview. They criticized the chairman of Hybe for seemingly going against the stance of his own group. Others said that this change might remove any preconceptions about K-pop, as it supports the notion that music should be valued for its artistic worth rather than restricted by geographic labels. Lastly, let's talk about the changes in concert venues, which have already started. Even though interest in K-pop is increasing, it's been discussed for a while how Korea itself doesn't have any stages large enough for big concerts. According to 2022 statistics, Korea's music market is globally the 7th biggest one, but it's been struggling because it doesn't have the right infrastructure for performance halls. So, to solve this problem, the country is planning to construct large music venues to match with the demand. In addition to the upcoming Inspire Arena in Yeongjong-do, Incheon, there are talks about using other venues like CJ Live City and Seoul Arena. This would enable more fans to attend shows featuring their favorite artists without being restricted by seat numbers. Construction for CJ Live City began in Ilsan in October 2021. CJ Group is teaming up with AEG, a global sports and entertainment company from the United States, for this project. Their goal is to create a large performance hall that can host a total of 60,000 people, with 20,000 indoors and 40,000 outdoors. At the same time, Seoul Arena is gearing up to open its first building in Changdong, Dobong-gu, Seoul. The business plan was revealed in February 2015, and after about 8 years, the project is becoming a reality. The Seoul Metropolitan Government is promoting Seoul Arena as a private investment venture, and it's designed to accommodate up to 28,000 people. However, the process of building these venues has been difficult as the construction faced many problems, with it coming to a halt or even being delayed. This was because construction costs are going up, along with raw materials and labor prices increasing, but no matter what, this is still a positive update and solution. Share your thoughts in the comments, and thank you for watching.